Imagine a bottle of wine, aging year by year, its taste and value climbing rapidly. But once you drink it fully at bottle, it's waste. Put the same bottle in a museum, and sure, people enjoy watching it, but it's still useless. Why people love Iron Man? Well, there's a psychology behind it. People are naturally drawn to three things: money, women, and being cool. The perfect combination of all three is Iron Man. Not only that, Iron Man's journey is one of the best redemption arcs in superhero history. Tony Stark starts off as an arrogant, wealthy genius who manufactures weapons for a living and lives a carefree life with zero responsibility. He's all about the parties, fast cars, and fame. Basically your typical billionaire stereotype on steroids. But everything changes when he's captured by terrorists in Afghanistan. This near-death experience flips a switch in him and becomes Iron Man. Over time, Tony faces more challenges: personal guilt, PTSD, strained relationships, and the constant pressure of saving the world. He wasn't just a man in a suit. He was a father, a friend, a mentor, a genius. And in the end, he gave it all. Iron Man's final sacrifice was a legendary moment. That's all only for us, as the Marvel point of view. Iron Man is the biggest movie selling point, and he's the biggest salary getter. They tried different ways to replace him, but nothing seemed to click. Finally, they made the bold decision to kill off Iron Man, intending for him to never return. But this plan backfired. After Endgame, nearly every Marvel movie struggled at the box office, and the entire franchise started to crumble. This is the Marvel's biggest downfall. But they have a plan. Marvel seems to be going back to its roots, just like when Iron Man kicked off the MCU. Now, history is repeating itself with RG making a comeback, but this time with a twist. He's returning as a brand new character, Dr. Doom. Fans are excited about Robert Downey Jr.'s return, but playing Dr. Doom, that's going to be a 200% failure. Think about it. We didn't just connect with Iron Man over 2 or 3 movies. We spent a decade with that character, growing attached to him. That's why Iron Man holds such a special place. But Dr. Doom? It's hard to imagine fans connecting the same way. Marvel is doing this purely with a money mindset. Their original plan with Kang didn't work out, so now they're scrambling to create a new villain. But there's no time to build it properly, and if it were any other actor playing Dr. Doom, no one would care as much. Because it's Robert Downey Jr., people are hyped and celebrating. The real question is, will this plan actually work? Or is it going to be a complete disaster? Robert Downey Jr. isn't just any actor. He is the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For over a decade, he defined what Marvel could be, with Iron Man essentially launching the entire MCU. Fans associate RG with Tony Stark's wit, charm, and heroism, which is why his return creates an almost impossible level of expectation. People expect the same iconic performance, but this time, they'll see him as Dr. Doom, a character that's the complete opposite of Iron Man. The expectations are so high that if RDJ's Doom doesn't meet or exceed what he did with Iron Man, fans will feel let down. Marvel is struggling to maintain the excitement and success it had during the Infinity Saga. Many of the recent films have been underwhelming or divisive, and fans are more critical now than ever. The hype around RDJ's return as Doctor Doom may be seen as a desperate move by Marvel to regain fan interest, which adds even more pressure. If the movie isn't a hit, or the character doesn't resonate, the backlash will likely be even harsher due to the level of anticipation built around it. If Marvel can't meet the towering expectations, RDJ's return as Doctor Doom could end up hurting the franchise more than helping it. Doctor Doom requires extensive development to be compelling. His background, motivations, and complexity need to be well established, and this might be challenging to achieve in a single film, especially if RDJ's casting is seen as a distraction from that necessary character building. Doctor Doom will be compared to other iconic MCU villains, such as Thanos and Loki, who had strong character development and memorable performances. RDJ's portrayal might be judged harshly if it doesn't measure up to these established standards. If RDJ's portrayal of Doctor Doom doesn't work out, it could affect the trajectory of future MCU stories. If the character isn't well received, it could create continuity issues or diminish the impact of future narratives involving Doom or related storylines. If Doctor Doom succeeds, it could overshadow Iron Man's legacy, particularly among new Marvel fans who may not fully grasp the decade-long connection and impact Iron Man had on the MCU. As Doctor Doom rises in prominence, the significance of Iron Man could be diminished, with newer fans prioritizing the latest successes and potentially viewing Iron Man as outdated or less relevant. People trust Marvel and the Russo brothers because they've consistently handled every character with care and respect. Whether it's giving Iron Man a perfect arc, balancing the complex dynamics between Captain America and Bucky, or making even minor characters like Rocket and Nebula shine, they know how to do justice to each hero. They've mastered the art of weaving personal stories into epic narratives without losing the emotional depth that fans connect with. Plus, they don't just make heroes larger than life, they make them relatable. The Russo brothers proved they could manage the chaos of Infinity War and Endgame without sacrificing any character development. They gave us moments that were funny, heartbreaking, and heroic all in one, while keeping fans on the edge of their seats. But if they're more obsessed with selling the movie than making it good, it's headed straight for the biggest disaster of the decade.